Hi, my name is Tanvi and I'm going to talk to you about the Consumer Protection Bill today. The Consumer Protection Bill was introduced in Parliament in August of last year and is currently being examined by a Parliamentary Standing Committee. There is a Consumer Protection Act of 1986 which is currently in place. The Act deals with consumer disputes regarding defective goods, deficient services, restrictive or unfair trade practices, among other things. Over the years, there have been some implementation issues regarding the provisions of the Act. These are to do with consumers not being aware of their rights under the Act, a long time taken for the disposal of consumer disputes, etc. Now let's take a look at what the new bill seeks to do. The bill covers all goods and services, right from all kinds of manufactured goods to services such as telecom, insurance, and housing. Consumers may file complaints regarding these goods and services with consumer commissions at the district, state, and national level. The bill introduces mediation as an alternate dispute mechanism for cases where a settlement may be reached between the two parties in a dispute. The bill also establishes a regulator called the Consumer Protection Authority. The regulator will carry out functions such as enforcing rights of consumers, promoting awareness, passing orders such as the recall of defective goods, misleading advertisement, quality of food products, and consumer contracts between consumers and manufacturers. There are several issues regarding the consumer commissions established under the bill. An important constitutional issue is that the bill allows the central government to supervise the functioning of and issue binding directions to the National Commission. The National Commission will be headed by a current or a former judge of the Supreme Court. The government having a role in the functioning of the National Commission may affect the independence of the judiciary. There are certain other provisions regarding the composition of these commissions which may violate precedents set by recent Supreme Court judgments. A new provision of the bill provides that in case of injury, death, or property damage caused by a defective product, a consumer may claim liability of the manufacturer. This is called product liability. However, to claim this liability, a consumer has to prove all of 7 conditions. If he cannot claim even one of these conditions, he cannot claim product liability. Let me explain this. In order to claim product liability, a consumer has to prove that a product had a manufacturing defect and a design defect, among other things. Further, he also has to prove that the manufacturer was aware of or should have been aware of the defect in the product. So, for example, if a product had a manufacturing defect but did not have a design defect or any other kind of defect, then the consumer will not be able to claim the manufacturer's responsibility at all. These conditions to be proven for product liability may be unreasonable. Typically, in consumer laws of other countries, a consumer has to prove just 3 aspects regarding a product in order to claim product liability. That the product had any kind of defect, that the harm was caused because of this defect, and that the product belongs to the manufacturer. For more information, please visit our website www.prsindia.org.